I'm not going to keep y'all real long. I'm not going to keep y'all real long, but we got to have this conversation with our 4 young leaders in Africa. We got to have this conversation with the president of Guinea. We got to have this conversation with the president of Mali. We got to have this conversation with the new young president, Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, 34 years old, the youngest president on the face of the earth. We got to have this conversation. We got to have this conversation. Brother Ibrahim, I think you are the real deal. I think you are the real deal. There's presidents in Africa, leaders in Africa, they talk, but they don't really do anything. They just talk. I think you're the real deal, President Ibrahim, but I got to challenge you, my brother. I still got to challenge you because I don't need my brothers and sisters in Burkina Faso catching any more hell. I don't want my brothers and sisters in Burkina Faso to suffer any more death, any more starvation, poverty, economic devastation. I need you brothers to mean what you say and say what you mean, brothers and sisters. I need you brothers and sisters to mean what you say and say what you mean. So brother Ibrahim Traoré, are you the real deal or are you acting for a white foreign power? Do not go into debt to Russia, China, or India. They are not your friends. If you go into debt to Russia, China, and India, you are no longer a revolutionary. You are a puppet. I hope you're listening to me, President Doumbouya. I hope you're listening to me, General Goita. I hope you're listening to me, General Chiani. I hope you're listening to me, young President Ibrahim Traoré. If you take the money from China, if you take too much assistance from Russia, if you take too many handouts from India, you become their slave. You become their slave. I'm not saying you can't do business with them. I'm not saying you can't do business. You may have to do business because your country has immediate needs before you can get yourself back up on your feet. I know you will have to do some business with India, Russia, and China. I understand. But what I'm saying is don't sign any deals that are going to be so deep, so long in their history that you will not be able to cut the umbilical cord to the Chinese neo-colonizer, the Russian neo-colonizer, the Indian neo-colonizer. Russia don't give a damn about Africa. Russia don't like Africa no more than China. And China don't like African people no more than the United States. Everybody in Africa who is not a black African is an invader or the descendant of one. I said everybody in Africa who is not a black African is either an invader or a descendant of one. I said everyone in Africa who is not a black African is either an invader or a descendant of an invader. Do not sell off your corporations. Do not sell off your minerals. Give nobody exclusive rights to your mineral resources. Let's look at Burkina Faso. You want to know why the Chinese and the Russians are so interested in Burkina Faso? Burkina Faso has gold. Burkina Faso has zinc. Burkina Faso has copper. Burkina Faso has manganese. Burkina Faso has phosphate, limestone. Burkina Faso has diamonds. Burkina Faso has bauxite, nickel, and uranium that they need for atomic weapons. Not only that, Burkina Faso is one of the world's largest producers of cotton. Burkina Faso is one of the world's largest producers of cotton. Burkina Faso is one of the world's largest producers of cotton. And with that type of cotton, why don't you create a clothing and furniture manufacturing industry? Make your own clothing, Burkina Faso. Make your own furniture, Burkina Faso, and sell it to Africans in the diaspora. I can promise you that your brothers and sisters in Europe, your brothers and sisters in Canada, your brothers and sisters in America, your brothers and sisters in Central and South America will buy your merchandise. Stop begging for handouts. No African country should get most of their budget from handouts. Half of the countries in Africa get half of their budget from handouts from the white man and the yellow man. That has to stop. That has to stop. Half of the countries in Africa, half of their annual budget comes from handouts from thieving neo-colonizers. They shouldn't be giving you nothing. They should be paying for what they steal. They shouldn't be giving you nothing. They should be paying for what they steal. They shouldn't be giving you anything. They should be paying for what they steal from Africa. Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim, I look forward to you building a large clothing manufacturing industry that can sell African clothing all over the diaspora. You can send it to me. I'll be your contact in the United States to get clothing manufactured in Burkina Faso, sold all over North America, South America, Central America, Canada, and the Caribbean. I can promise you this. I can promise you this. We don't need handouts. We need industry. We don't need foreign investment. We need domestic industry. Africa does not need foreign handouts and investments. Africa needs domestic industry and institutions. All that cotton, let's do something with it, President Ibrahim Traoré. All that cotton, let's do something with it. You could put your women to work, your children to work. You could put the men to work. We're talking about jobs. We're talking about jobs. We're talking about building the economy of Burkina Faso so our people can eat. So Burkina Faso doesn't have to depend on handouts from its enemies in order to feed its family. You also have shea butter. Burkina Faso has a large amount of shea nut. We can sell that shea butter on the international stage. Our brothers and sisters in European countries like America, in England, in France, they would love to get their hands on that shea butter. They would love to get their hands on that shea butter. You also have corn, peanuts, and rice. You can sell that stuff to us. We'll buy some of it. We can have an import-export agricultural relationship. An import-export agricultural relationship. They messing with my Facebook because I'm talking about Africa. They messing with my Facebook because I'm talking about Africa. Facebook, come on over to Instagram. Facebook, come on over to Instagram. Facebook, come on over to Instagram. They messing with the Facebook right now. They messing with my Facebook broadcasts because they know we talking about the empowerment of Africa. We're talking about the empowerment of Africa. Let's go to Mali. Let's go to Mali. General Dumboya, you've been in charge for 2 years. What have you done, sir? Mali has gold. Mali has diamonds. Mali has uranium, copper, iron ore. Mali has lithium. Mali has manganese. Mali has bauxite, lead, marble. Mali also has some of the best and most beautiful animals in the world. Mali has rhinos, lions, crocodiles, elephants, camels, leopards, giraffes, chimpanzees, and pythons. I think it's time. I think it's time for Mali to create a zoology program for children in the African diaspora. I said, I think it's time for Mali to create a zoology program for African children in the diaspora where they can come to Mali. Children in the African diaspora should be able to come to Mali and learn how to domesticate animals, learn how to take care of animals, learn how to breed and to feed animals. Do you know how much money the government of Mali would make if you start a Pan-African zoology and farming program where African children from the diaspora can come to Mali? Come on, Africans. Come on, brothers and sisters. If you're going to overthrow the previous leader and become the new leader, let's start building. Stop being consumed with ego and power, and let's start serving the brothers and sisters in Guinea. Serve my brothers and sisters in Mali. Serve my brothers and sisters in Burkina Faso. Serve my brothers and sisters in Niger. Let me try to get back on Facebook. They messing with the live because I'm talking Pan-Africanism. They messing with the live because I'm talking Pan-Africanism.
And I believe Whitney was murdered because Whitney was about to investigate whether or not she had been robbed from Clive Davis. Because for all the millions of albums that she sold and the billions of dollars she raised, going broke didn't make sense for Whitney Houston, who was the top female singing star of all time. Now, Mariah has sold more albums, but that's only because Whitney stopped publishing once she ran into her drug problem. So she was going to see where the rest of her money was. And I think she's probably going to investigate owning some of her catalog. And so she had to go.
Guys, once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Larry, and in today's video it's all about this American activist who goes by the name of Dr. Umar Johnson. Now, Dr. Umar Johnson has come out and sent a very good warning message to our great leader, who is Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Now, he has warned Captain Ibrahim Traoré that he shouldn't take a lot of help from these Western countries, because as we know, that's how one becomes a puppet of the West. So once again, I want to let you know that if it's for the first time you're coming across my videos, my channel, please, I'd love for you to consider subscribing to my channel, like my videos, comment, and also share them. Your support, as always, means so much to me. So back to our video. Like lately we've seen a lot of countries associate themselves with Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Now the big question is, do you actually think these countries who have shown good relationship with Captain Ibrahim Traoré, do you think they have the best interest of Africa and Burkina Faso at heart, or they just want to take advantage of these valuable minerals that are found in Burkina Faso? We know that Burkina Faso has a lot of minerals that most of them are used in manufacturing of these nuclear weapons. So what does this kind of friendship these Western countries are showing to Ibrahim Traoré portray? Is it friendship that comes with benefits, or they just want to take advantage of our great leader? Because recently we've seen the president of Russia invite Traoré to their victory celebration that happened recently. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think of these relationships, these invites that most countries are sending to Captain Ibrahim Traoré. We want Africa to be free, and as usual, we've heard that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is the only man who can lead Africa to liberation. And most people, we are really looking forward, or rather looking unto what he is doing. We are just following his lead. And it will be very bad if something bad, something crucial, something terrible happens along the way. So I'm your host Larry. I have to appreciate you guys for sticking around with me, for watching my videos, subscribing to my channel. Your support keeps me going. If it's not for you, I wouldn't be here. My channel wouldn't be growing, but as you can see, we are constantly growing day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, and it's all because of you. So remember, please subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe, like my videos, comment, and also share. So until we meet again in my next video, peace out and one love.